Wait, there we go. Had to make sure that the audio is coming through. How are y'all? I hope y'all are doing well. I know all last week basically didn't stream, especially to YouTube, because I didn't realize I didn't hit start stream. I thought I had actually enabled the auto start, but whatever. I streamed on Twitch for like an hour and a half. It was pretty much just kind of like a light sanding to bring down some of the texture of the filler. And at this point, it is now also sprayed white, except for like right here. But that might not be too bad actually, because I do need to get some like darker tones coming from this side. And I have a couple of different ideas of how to do kind of like a black wash. We'll see in a bit, because I don't know. Maybe I should do something with like a sponge, but I don't think I have any at the moment. So that's not really an option. But I think it turned out great. Let me see. Change to table scene. I'm trying out a different lens right now too. It's a... I don't even remember what it is. It's a vintage lens though. I'm trying to read the name, but I don't see it. I'll have to look it up in a bit. But I got it off eBay. Yo, Torin, what up? How you doing? Hope you're having a good one. There we go. Dialing in the focus was a little tricky, but let's see. This is what I had it on last time. That's the perfect height. I'm doing well, I'm doing well. Glad to hear you are too. Is it enough? I thought it was enough for us to do a whole spin. No, it was too much. Almost got it perfect. Anyway. Here's the other thing we're doing. Of course, I walk out of frame as soon as I say that. But earlier this year, I got the Creality K1 Max, and I immediately started printing a bunch of stuff, including, actually I'll grab that while I'm talking about it. The very first thing I printed, because it's a helmet size or helmet class size printer, was a mask. And it's the speaker from Destiny. Actually looks pretty good. You don't see the layer lines too much. You can see some right here. But it was also with Hyper PLA, which just means it's faster to print with. Deals with the same kind of temperatures. But the really cool thing is this one. It's in two parts. So for Halloween, I have decided that I'm going to be dressing up as No Face. I'll do fine being able to like look through, but here are the things that I'm gonna need. At least I'm thinking so far. Luckily, I already 3D printed, but now I have to glue them or melt them together. And I already have like a specific tool for that. It's over here. It's called a plastic welder. I couldn't think of the name. Plastic welder. There it is. This has like a whole kit of attachments. And I'll switch to the other scene so y'all can see from over here. Wait, did it freeze? What? Where's it freeze? Ah, table scene. I don't have the autofocus feature because it's the vintage lens. Alright, so here we go. This is the plastic welder. It has a bunch of different attachments. You attach one of these. If I could open the bag. Oh, I didn't realize it came with clippers. That actually makes a lot of sense. Because something we are going to have to deal with. I'm guesstimating where the focus needs to be. It's an f4 lens, so it shouldn't be too hard to figure out where I need the focus to be. I think I got it right. So I'm thinking we can take 4 of these clips, and of course I left it at the desk. Alright, hold on. There's a good few different designs. I'm trying to think of maybe a specific one that might work better for the mask. Because here. Okay, I didn't realize it was going to be this kind of macro shot. Alright. So it's that design or this one. And I think, honestly, because of the way this is, should be able to, alright, this is supposed to be like this here. The thickest spots are where I'll probably join it. So I think these along the inside would work perfect. There we go. So these along the seam, probably should do it from the opposite side. So this could go across here like that. Yep, just like that. I didn't mean to zoom in. I think it's there. Yes. More or less. It's not perfect, but I actually really like the angle. And as usual, we have only thought this through so much. Like, what do I, okay, I guess I could set this up right. Alright, so we'll get to that part in a bit. First, we gotta take care of this Jack Skellington. My idea is to get some black paint and some water, make some black wash, and then with like a paper towel kind of see how much of the detail like comes through, but only like mainly follow specific spots, because if not I could see that going very, very wrong very quickly. All right, let's see, some black paint. All right, so some Mars Black. Now we need a container for water. I completely thought this through, y'all. Just please don't doubt me. Not this Tupperware about 5 years ago and never actually used. Actually could save some paint on that. The thing is, how much? I'll grab some water. Ooh, a black that's already thinned out enough to be able to. There we go. So this is a black primer that I probably threw too much in there, but it is what it is. I can't take it out, so we're just gonna keep rolling. And who knows, I might actually end up using this brush. Yo, Carlos, what up? How you doing? Hope you're having a good night. Hopefully I didn't make that too runny. Alright, we'll see here in a second. Definitely need to add to that, because it just it's not actually painting anything. Alright. Let's see. Alright, that's some of the texture of the pumpkin actually shreds the napkin, so that might not be ideal. I think that might work. Yeah. Definitely gives her more texture. But I know for sure want to do not the root, the stem. Am I thinking of the right word? While I have less on it right here. Probably the best time to get this side so it doesn't drip onto the white. Or at least the white I don't want it to like run over to. I think as it like dries, it's getting that. Tony's Witchy Art, how's it going? Thank you, thank you. Hope you're having a good night. I will admit I almost messed it up like a couple of minutes ago. I don't know what I was thinking, trying to see about painting this line black. The whole point of his head is being white. But I'm trying to see if I can give this top part like a not seasoned, like a weathered look. Because I was trying to incorporate this idea that I've seen before in like people who customize or mod their action figures to make them look weathered. And they'll usually do like a black wash, and especially with like stormtroopers. Stormtroopers look really good like that. But let me see. I should be able to. Okay, cool. It is working properly. And I popped that out of the arm. Not what I meant to do. Hopefully that is far up enough. It's further that way. I didn't think about that. I moved one of my cameras earlier today and I might have messed something else up. There we go. At least that's small in the corner. Those Elgato cam settings, come on. Add more contrast? No, I can't do that. There you go. You can kind of see it. That's the only thing about working with this being white. Yo, Charlie, how's it going? Hope you're having a good night. I am actually just thinking about giving the whole thing that, like, look. Man. Because in some of the parts where it already dried, like, it actually looked real nice. Oh. And to not just be a hypocrite, I actually watched Nightmare Before Christmas last week. Because it had been years. When I say years, like over a decade since I had last watched it. And I really enjoyed it. Though I now definitely understand why everyone's like, Christmas movie over Halloween. I think it works for both, personally. I really think it does. But I understand the argument for either. So, all this we'll have to get with this brush. Probably be best. Alright, to see if I can maintain some control in how I'm painting it. I'm gonna practice on the nose. Because the other thing is, it's a lot of water too. But that's kind of the thing with like a black wash. I don't feel that actually painted anything. Hold on. A smaller brush. Smaller, but still somewhat of a fine point. We'll see. Might as well use this. Okay. So, I'm gonna add a small bit of water. I think that's fine. And take a bit of mixing, especially for it to kind of like thicken up the whole bit of water. I think it's working. So I'm trying to think if I should talk about some of the plans for this stuff next month and kind of how big some of that is, like in size, or the like Day of the Dead style Luffy that I found. That's gonna be the final project for the month, because the last week really lapsed over into Dia de los Muertos. So to me, it just made sense. Oh yeah, I think I like the amount of paint and water that actually retained. That way it's easy to like reapply small bits. Sorry, I got kind of caught up in what was going on there. So before pulling out most of that liquid, I need to let it sit for a bit. Not gonna lie, I actually really like how this brush feels. No. I think that's gonna make it even trickier when I actually get to the mouth. Is that a bug? What is that? Let's see. There's a bit up here that it doesn't look bad, but it looks incomplete. I think that's more the feeling. That one probably is going to be about multiple coats. This one I definitely think is going to be more. Wait, is this the Moonlighter OST? Oh no. It's Hateno Village. What am I thinking? Though it definitely has a very similar vibe. I think I was gonna do the lines on purpose, right? Honestly, I'm a little worried about doing it because my god, that flicked so much paint over there. Because one once I do it and I mess up, there's no one doing it. All right. All right. That one spot had a lot of water. I'm a little concerned with how it could spread. You know, hearing the OG-ish Zelda song. I mean, I know it's a lo-fi mix. But hearing it in more of an original tone really made me think about how I haven't actually played those for more than like 30 minutes at a time. So to say, I've never actually finished one of the NES or SNES Legend of Zeldas. I'm gonna come back in and paint the stitches anyway. But I think having these other lines is gonna be a nice touch long term. Like maybe the whole vision isn't visible at the moment. Dang, I totally went into the wrong one. I think I'm to this one. There we go, we're going into the wrong one. Oh, yeah. Dang. There's a fat glob right there. I think at the moment, none of it is at a point of like being way too runny. So it's working out nicely. This part gets tricky to like define. Because it really makes it feel like, oh, I should be including all this at the bottom as part of the like mouth. Like up to here. In this case, that might actually be a good move. Alright. Here's to winging this shit. I feel like more than anything, they're just left fibers in there. So not necessarily what we wanted. There's also this option. Definitely make it more definitive. Just gotta break down the paint to where it's pretty smooth and not globby. Yeah, let's get some of that water in there. It's not too bad. Alright, there we go. I'm gonna have to go around like that anyway, because I think I do want to do kind of like a webbing effect at least out of that. So I had a bit of a crazy idea. It's honestly not that crazy, but it is a larger project that is something a little more down the road, because I realize I don't have a great way to, at the moment, with what I have, show like spray painting something outside, because I can do airbrushing in the 3D print room, but what I can't do is do an actual spray can in there. Have I done it? Yes. Should I have? No. I then spent a significant amount of time cleaning my K1 Max, because it was running when I decided to paint in there, and it wasn't a solid idea, I'll just say that. I definitely have had brighter moments, but that just was not even a fine one. Did it do the job of painting what I was trying to paint? Oh, it definitely did. Did it paint everything else in the little closet? It most certainly did. I'm not concerned with it being perfect either. But I do want to get as close as I can without. Hell yeah. There we go. Me thinking I'm showing that. There we go. It just became significantly easier once I was holding it this way. Work our way towards the middle. I will say this black turned into like a brown, but maybe that's what it meant by Mars black, because, well, Mars is red. Really dark red is brown. Maybe not really dark red. Like, I know. There's more to it than just like the brightness, but you know what I meant. Tonality wise, red definitely gets us to brown much quicker than blue does. Because normally in white you talk about either the coolness of the light or the warmth, or maybe the green or magenta. Alright. I think that was the right choice. Is there a bit in there that I wish I could get better? Yeah, there is. I think I figured out the angle. Alright, so good news. That worked out there. Keyword there. I was just thinking about how similar, if not same tactic, for his actual face. But then I thought of a decent problem, honestly. Like, not even exaggerating that much. Yes, that much. Besides the nose, because I feel like the nose could be pretty definitive, right? Really defined. I feel the mouth is going to be a whole different story, though. Like, that looks good. I like that. There we go. I actually really like how that felt painting them. Now I'm just worried about painting the front. Because I think that looks good. What color is the thread? Actually. Alright, Jack Skellington. So usually they show the line of his mouth decently thin. And then the threads, or where the threads were, black. Alright. That's the way we're gonna do it then. I think that should be a good amount. Maybe that little extra bit to round out the nose. And then here, kind of. Yeah. It's more or less what I wanted right there. Okay, I don't hate that. Getting that little like wing tip there. I think that's gonna be a nice little touch. Before I get any further with that, I know I need to introduce more water over here. That should be a decent amount. I think it'll get us to similar consistency as the other bit. Alright, let's see. I have to double check that I didn't have paint on my hands. I know for a fact the thread would be black. Or at least where the thread was. I don't think that looks bad at all. The thing is meeting up over here. Definitely feels like I need to refine at the tip of the brush. Is this music still from the right playlist? Because it's not a Legend of Zelda song. I know that much. Stardew Valley. Not that I don't like the music. I just don't know if they won't hit me with, copyright strike. Sorry, I keep getting kind of distracted. Okay, that's salvageable. I thought it wasn't gonna be. There are some sections that just I'm not entirely sure how I'm supposed to connect. But it definitely gives me a better thought process on how to approach the no face mask. And working with that filler primer actually was pretty cool. As you can see, I'm being a little more liberal now with my paint strokes. I don't know if that honestly felt right. I was gonna say just kind of letting it got me to where it feels right, but I don't know if that over there felt right. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that right there. Like, how does that? It doesn't look bad, but it's not. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I messed up. It's okay. It's okay. Just keep going. Just keep going. That's a lot of paint right there. As soon as I had said, "Oh, I'm doing things a little more liberally," probably doesn't even look that bad. I'm just overthinking shit. But I mean, that's trademark for me. Overthinking things. I overthought so much to the point where I never posted anything anymore. But I am trying to be better about it. That's part of why I like streaming, because so much of it is just in the moment. There's a lot less overthinking, a lot more I just gotta keep shit going. It's just part of streaming. I mean, it's like the meme, fuck it, we're doing it live. It's because there's no taking it back. When did I start streaming? It's probably during Destiny 1. As a lot of my early attempts at making content revolved around Destiny. Kind of. There was also the time where I was reviewing movies. Not that I don't enjoy that. It just, I don't know. I did not find the best way that I enjoyed talking about movies. And so it wasn't something I wanted to continue doing without really knowing in what way I wanted to talk about movies. But I've kind of figured out, like, it's more about storytelling in general for me. I feel like I have a lot of stuff to say sometimes about a video game or a movie or a show or a manga. But I'm just not great about posting or recording sometimes either, because should be nerve-wracking. For no real reason either. It's just like, should be nerve-wracking. I'm gonna assume that is more or less where the mouth was going. Oh, wait. I'll close that. And that way, okay, it at least matches the other side. And then give that a nice little point there too, kind of like the other side. Boom. Boom. Okay, I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I thought I was not gonna like it. Like, honestly. I was starting to be real concerned with how I was gonna feel about this shit. And I wasn't feeling great. Okay, cool. I definitely think I could give this top piece a second coat. Also to kind of get into some of the parts that I couldn't earlier. Also, I just want to make sure I use this paint and it doesn't go bad. Because it'd be more of a shame that paint went to waste. Now, is this Jack Skellington perfect? No. But it took me total time 2 weeks just because of leaving shit to dry, but also because I took time off in between because I had to handle some other stuff. You know, life be lifing. Anxiety too, if we're being honest. Some days it just is like, hey, how about you feel overwhelmed right now? Fuck. And just be like, oh, I gotta get through it. There's a whole part I had neglected over here. Can you believe that? Actually, don't answer that, because I can believe it. It's a good thing this bit of paint is much thicker and it sticks very nicely. There's a tiny bit more. I can definitely apply more paint. You know what I saw this weekend that I want to do? A life-size Stitch. Should I? Not right now. At some point? For sure. Just not right now. Right now is not the time for that. I have to double check that I actually had closed this paint. I thought I didn't. Let's see. I think this has turned out pretty good. Oh, shit. Oh, I could have gone wider. There we go. I think it came out pretty good. Yep, right there. But the other day, this is what really sold it, I think. Maybe not completely off. Hell yeah. I think we did have this light on. It was just at a much lower brightness. And with that, we conclude the Jack Skellington project. I gotta turn this brightness back up. Alright. Alright. Since we're basically done with this, I'm gonna set it up here so we can finish drying. And then tomorrow morning we can hit it with a nice little coat of clear. And then this weekend probably also swap out this this paper. I didn't think about that. I think it was there. I didn't really move it too far over. Yeah, should be fine. Now, I'll put this over here. Or not, because power comes from that side. And that's where I'm going to have to get power from for the next thing. Because now we are moving on to putting this together. I have a couple of ideas. I don't think hot glue is going to do much. So we're going to be learning in real time how to use that. Should we be learning in real time? Probably not, but it's not how we do things. Do I have something that I don't mind, kind of? So, as practice, I'm actually going to bind part of this blade. This is Captain Hoshina's blade from Kaiju number 8. Oh, Vice Captain, my bad. It's something we're gonna have to deal with filler primer anyway. All right, once it's in there, it's in there. Might as well. Where's boom. Yo, it's real crazy how easily that melted in there. What the heck? That's crazy. Now that definitely can't come undone. And that's where these clippers will come in handy. I have other ones that can cut much flatter. Though, if I'm being honest, it would have been better to do it this way than this way. Because then multiple pieces would be hanging on instead of that one. Could have thought that out better. Now, I'd be lying if I said I didn't worry about which ones to do, honestly. Is this a good squiggle one? No, not really. Is this more than the other one? Or just smaller? I think this one's just smaller. Or more of the same one. I dropped one of these. I'm trying to find a good way to hold it where it'll still be straight. No, I moved. It actually didn't turn out to be that bad. That one didn't turn out exactly how I wanted it either. And I think this final piece is going to be among the easier ones to do. I do feel kind of bad about this one. Or not feel bad, but I feel like it could have been better. I'm gonna try to redo that one. Alright, cool. That definitely sealed better this time. It was decently lined up. So that's really all we needed that for. Because that actually feels really, really solid. Which means we can get... Probably should be catching those. So now I know I can join 3D printed parts. And you got to see one of Vice Captain Hoshina's blades. Yes, one of them, because I have a second one. Should have been smarter about how I fused the two parts, though. It's fun. I am not overly concerned about it, but the time has definitely come to end the stream. There you go. At least. Look at that. Upside down. Alright. Anyway. Hope y'all enjoyed the stream. Thank you for joining me as I wrapped up Jack Skellington. Just going to hit it with a clear coat tomorrow. Then let that dry and it'll be done. It'll be ready for pictures. Then tomorrow, hitting this with filler primer in the morning. I'm going to try to record that. Try to remember to. And let that dry. Then see how it is at night. Maybe hit it with a second coat. Maybe hit it first with one of the like scrubbing sponges that I have. I really like how that worked with the pumpkin to give it texture. This, of course, is more of a smooth prop. So we'll see. We'll see how it all turns out tomorrow. But with that, y'all have a good evening, good morning, good night, wherever you are in the world. Adios. I should have had that ready.